All right, President Trump announces Press Secretary Sarah Sanders is stepping down from her post. One America's Rachel Acenas has more on her departure and a look back at her role as the public face of the White House.
She's strong, but with great heart, and I want to thank you for an outstanding job. And thank you.
Praise from the president. Shortly after announcing the press secretary's departure, President Trump calls on Sarah Sanders to say a few words during an event at the White House.
It's one of the greatest jobs I could ever have. I've loved every minute, even the hard minutes.
Sanders served as the public face of the White House for 3.5 years after working in President Trump's 2016 campaign.
I'll take a last question, Jordan.
One more.
She was a fierce defender of the president, tackling questions from the media in an era of so-called fake news. From border security,
The number one duty that the President of the United States has is national security and to protect Americans.
to the Mueller report.
There was no collusion, there was no conspiracy, and we consider this case closed.
And Democrat calls for impeachment.
That's absurd. The president's focused on actually doing his job. It'd be nice if some of the Democrats showed up to do theirs.
Sanders also faced the cameras during emotionally difficult times for the nation, having to address the media shortly after the deadly Pittsburgh synagogue shooting.
Tomorrow, the President and First Lady will travel to Pennsylvania to express the support of the American people and grieve with the Pittsburgh community. And with that, I will take your questions.
Outside the White House, Sanders also faced some challenging times, even being personally discriminated against because of her role as press secretary. Back in 2018, Sanders was told by the owner of the Red Hen in Lexington, Virginia, to leave the restaurant because she works for the president. Sanders politely left, later saying the incident says more about the owner than her, and that she does her best to treat people, including those she disagrees with, respectfully. Come the end of June, the outgoing press secretary is heading back to her home state of Arkansas, where President Trump hopes she'll one day run for governor, following in her father's footsteps. Sanders says she's looking forward to spending more time with her family, but her support for the president will never waver.
In the meantime, I'm going to continue to be one of the most outspoken and loyal supporters of the president and his agenda, and I know he's going to have an incredible 6 more years and get a whole lot more done.
It remains unclear who will replace her. Rachel Acenas, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.